I want to welcome everybody to the commencement exercises of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences for 2016. Will the audience please stand and join us in singing the Star-Spangled Banner? My name is David Niesel. I'm the Dean of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences, and it is my honor to help with these commencement exercises today. I'd like to acknowledge the Chamber Brass Quartet, who's been providing our music for many years. Please remain standing for the invocation to be given by Reverend Melissa Crabb.
Thank you. Please join me in prayer. God, we ask your blessing upon this commencement and upon all who are here today. We are thankful for the talents and abilities that have made this day possible, and for the human mind and its ability to learn and grow. We are thankful for the strength and determination these students had to complete all that has been required, and for their vision for the future, their passion for science, and their compassion for humanity. May we be united in striving for the greater good, as together we say, Amen.
So I'd like to start today by introducing members of the academic administration and other honored guests who are here with us today to celebrate. First, UTMB President, Dr. David Callender. Executive Vice President and Provost, Dean, School of Medicine, Dr. Danny Jacobs. Dr. Pamela Watson, the Vice President for Education and Dean, School of Nursing. Dr. Elizabeth Protas, the Dean, the School of Health Professions. Dr. Joan Nichols, Associate Dean for Student Affairs in the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Jose Barral, the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs in the Graduate School. The Assistant Dean for Recruitment and Special Programs, Dr. Kristen Peak. Now I'd like to note some of our award winners today. First, Dr. Janice Inslee, this year's GSO Distinguished Teaching Awardee. Dr. Lynn Song, this year's Distinguished Faculty Service Awardee. Our Distinguished Faculty Research Awardee this year, Dr. Alan Brazier. Dr. Slobodan Passler, this year's Distinguished Alumnus Awardee. This year's, for the first time, our Global Impact Awardee, Dr. Jel Lindgren. And finally, the honor of being our mace bearer this year goes to Dr. Tracy Tolliver-Kinski. So I want to extend a warm welcome to the family and friends of those graduating today, to the graduate faculty, and especially to you, the students, whose hard work and achievements we celebrate today. The Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences is one of 4 schools at UTMB, which also includes the School of Nursing, the School of Health Professions, and the School of Medicine. Since the GSBS was founded in 1969, the mission of our graduate school has been to educate the next generation of biomedical scientists and healthcare professionals. The work of biomedical science is focused on the future of medicine. Biomedical scientists work to understand life, and in doing so provide new explanations for disease processes or new diagnostics, therapeutics, or vaccines. No matter how fundamental the project is, the long-range goal is always focused on the improvement of health of Americans and of people around the world. As students can attest, earning a graduate degree requires a high level of achievement and scholarly accomplishment and persistence. Graduate education, with its focus on original research, is arguably the most competency-based education today. In addition to completing a rigorous academic curriculum, these students have worked on research projects with their faculty mentors that have contributed new knowledge to their respective fields. Later in this program, you will hear about the incredible projects they have completed during their time at UTMB. So to address the students now. Students, many of you will go on and become leading researchers in your fields. Others of you will follow students before you to become leaders in biotech, in education, in policy, law, humanities, nursing, and many other fields that you pursue. Earning an advanced degree in biomedical sciences has opened the gateway that you will benefit from your entire career. What distinguishes you from others is the creative way you think about and solve problems. You will be unique and valuable in whatever career you choose because of these abilities. We recognize students here today and also those not marching who graduated last August and December, who are also listed in your program. Achieving an advanced degree in biomedical science is a major accomplishment and one that will impact your career throughout your lifetime. We will follow your careers with special interest and take great pride in learning about your future successes as alumni. I join the entire faculty and staff of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences here at UTMB in saying, congratulations and best wishes as you pursue the next chapters of your career. At this point, I'd like to invite Dr. Callender to come forward for a greeting and to make some comments. Dr. Callender?
Thank you, Dr. Niesel. I certainly want to welcome everybody to this afternoon's commencement activities for our graduate school. And graduates, today's ceremony recognizes and celebrates the incredibly hard work, the amazing determination, and the outstanding scholarly achievements that have earned each of you an advanced degree in the field of biomedicine. With your degree, you're joining a respected group of UTMB alumni making a difference around the world, including world-renowned biomedical and clinical researchers. Our graduates now hold prestigious and influential positions in universities, government, and industry in the United States and around the world. Their accomplishments, and those you all will undoubtedly add, are a testament to the strong legacy of our Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. The elite group of our alumni includes numerous outstanding researchers, trainees, and staff who are focused on advancing our understanding of how best to prevent and treat disease and injury. The backbone of this school is the incredibly talented faculty who are training tomorrow's biomedical scientists to shape and define the future of medicine and health care. As biomedical graduate students at UTMB, you have experienced firsthand our faculty's dedication, their passion for science, and their burning desire to make a lasting difference in the lives of people, not only in this country, but around the world. To each of you graduating today, whatever path you choose, as researcher, teacher, entrepreneur, health policy advocate, or some combination of those, you will have limitless opportunities to improve health and health care through increasingly collaborative interdisciplinary research, new technologies, and bold innovation. So congratulations to all of you for achieving this significant milestone in your lives. And thank you to the many family and friends who have supported you in your studies and contributed to your success. As a UTMB graduate, you take with you the best wishes and support of our entire academic and medical communities. And I am confident that you will continue to make UTMB proud as you pursue your career and make a difference in the world. It's now time to recognize the 2016 class of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences.
Thank you, Dr. Callender. Now, to continue our program, each year at Commencement, we bestow a number of awards for distinguished accomplishments. The first is the Graduate Student Organization Distinguished Teaching Award. It is now my pleasure to introduce a current graduate student and soon-to-be graduate, Shannon Ronka, the president of our GSO, to announce this year's recipient and present the award.
Thank you, Dr. Niesel. Each year, the Graduate Student Organization selects a faculty member from the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences who has made outstanding contributions to the academic growth and development of students. GSO members make their judgment on the basis of teaching skills, tutorial excellence, and overall quality of and enthusiasm for graduate teaching. This year, it is my pleasure to present this award to Dr. Janice Ensley.
Thank you, Shannon, and congratulations, Janice. The GSBS Distinguished Faculty Service Award is presented to a faculty member who's excelled in service to the graduate school over a substantial period of time. The 2016 award is presented to Dr. Lin Sung, professor in microbiology and immunology and pathology. In the 1980s, Lin completed a master's degree in virology and a medical doctorate at Shanghai Medical University in China. She came to the US and earned a PhD in zoology from the University of Georgia in 1992, then continued her research as a postdoctoral fellow at Yale University. She joined UTMB's Department of Microbiology and Immunology and Pathology in 1998, where she continues to serve today as professor and director of the Microbiology and Immunology Graduate Program. Over the years, Dr. Song's service to the GSBS has been outstanding and remarkably consistent. She works tirelessly to ensure the best possible students and fellows come to UTMB for training. Then she successfully delivers an outstanding educational and research experience to every trainee to ensure their success. Dr. Song's effectiveness as a teacher has been recognized with multiple awards over the years, but the consistent success of her students and trainees, that is the true measure of her skill and dedication. She is a tremendous asset to the GSBS, and we are very pleased to honor her today. Congratulations, Dr. Song. The Distinguished Faculty Research Award is presented annually to a faculty member whose research has made an impact on the broad field of science or whose work shows ingenuity and originality within an important scientific area. This year we honor Dr. Alan Brazier, professor in the Department of Internal Medicine, the Nelda C. and H.J. Lucher Stark Distinguished Chair in Endocrinology. Dr. Brazier completed his medical doctorate at the University of California, San Francisco in 1983 and began his research career at the Harvard Medical School in 1989. He joined the faculty at UTMB in 1991 as an associate professor in the Department of Medicine. For the past 25 years, he has conducted groundbreaking research focused on improving the diagnostics and treatment of individuals suffering from inflammatory disorders. Along the way, he discovered the value of working with scientists from other disciplines when approaching complex research questions. Today, team science is becoming the standard for translational research, and under Dr. Brazier's guidance, UTMB has become a leader in this practice. He directs our Institute for Translational Sciences and recently received a 5-year, $22 million CTSA award to continue training researchers to work cooperatively to translate their scientific discoveries into real-world applications that will improve human health. Today, we celebrate Dr. Brazier's research success and also honor his innovative vision that will lead to other seminal scientific discoveries in the future. Congratulations, Dr. Brazier. The Distinguished Alumnus Award is presented to a graduate who has achieved special recognition in his or her professional career. Our 2016 recipient is Dr. Slobodan Pesler, GSBS class of 2007, professor in the Department of Pathology at the University of Texas Medical Branch and chair of the James W. McLaughlin Endowment. In 2001, Boa Pesler met UTMB professor Dr. Scott Weaver while presenting his poster at the 6th International Symposium on Positive Strand RNA Viruses in Paris. That meeting set Pesler on a path that led him overseas to UTMB and ultimately to today's Distinguished Alumnus Award. After completing his DVM work at the Ludwig Maximilian University in Munich, Dr. Pesler accepted Dr. Weaver's offer to work in his lab as a postdoctoral fellow. He excelled in every arena here at UTMB and was appointed assistant professor in 2004 with the support of an NIH K08 award that helped develop his career. Dr. Pesler earned a PhD in experimental pathology in 2007. Since then, Dr. Pesler's pioneering virology research has propelled him to international prominence. His publication record is impressive by any standard. He's delivered more than 100 invited lectures around the world, and 2 years ago, the American Society of Tropical Medicine and Hygiene selected him to receive its Bailey K. Ashford Medal for distinguished work in tropical medicine. The graduate school is proud to have played a role in Dr. Pesler's successful career, and we look forward to many more achievements from him in the future. Congratulations to you, Bobo, and I invite you now to come forward to address our graduates and guests.
Thank you, Dr. Niesel. This is a great honor for me. UTMB has meant a lot for me. I'm going to start with a very short personal story. On April 6th this year, actually, I was driving to work and had a bad traffic accident here on the seawall. I totaled my truck, and fortunately nobody got injured. I ran to work from seawall in order to take an important call from NIH to see if my grant was funded. It wasn't. While participating on a phone conference, my mom tagged me on Facebook to tell the whole world how my grandparents with kids survived on April 6th, 1941, the bombing of Belgrade by back then Hitler Germany. Stating obvious to me in some way that I was reborn twice on April 6th. At the same time, the email from the dean popped up on my screen asking to call his office. I wasn't ready for the bad news, so I quietly replied back, "What's on the agenda?" So that was the day where I received this really important award for me from the institution that is extremely important for me and my family. So why am I telling this you? I graduated 2007 sitting in the same spots. Actually, we were on this side. I guess they change it every year. And I don't remember one word from the keynote, and I feel sorry for that. So I really want you today to remember the 6-minute speech, because I do think I have some information for you that could be helpful. I think graduation day is a very important day in your life. You may ask yourself why, but you'll know pretty soon that the answer is simple, because most of the fun is now over. At some time in the near future, you may look back at time at UTMB and you wish you could go back to college, but guess what? Very likely you can't. However, that doesn't mean that you can afford to stop learning. Today, I tell you what I think is important and what you should remember. The only thing that it's absolutely guaranteed in your future is the constant and rapid change. And as I tell my kids, don't forget life is not fair. Everything will be changing very rapidly. The way we treat patients, the way we teach and learn, the way we perform research, disruptive technologies will pop up in always shorter intervals, and they will change the way you do your business. Day-to-day things. You may have to relearn everything in certain areas of your activities, or even some activities will completely disappear. So I want you to do best possible to prepare for change, to embrace changes, to embrace them, and if possible, even lead the field that is making those important changes in science, medicine, or any other field you find yourself in. Don't be afraid of changes and follow your intuition. Yes, intuition. I know in management training they tell you not to do that. But what I mean with this is when needed, trust your gut feeling and be courageous to make that step when the door that leads to new opportunities opens. And by the way, today we do have scientific proof that our gut often knows it better. For all of you in science, my first and only advice is to start as soon as possible learning how to lose. Yes, lose. Because this will be the outcome of 90 to 95% of your activities. Paper rejections, grant applications not funded, promotion requests rejected. If you can do that, you will also sometimes win, and that's what you're working for. And don't forget, you only learn something when you lose. Soon you will be leaving Galvatraz, as some of our students actually call this beautiful island I call home. And you will be leaving also some of your friends here. These are the friends that you have worked with the past few years and who are a very important part of your life, in the good and less so good times. And while that is sad and hard part of this story, I'm sure that you will stay in contact not only with your friends, but also with us, your faculty, school, alumni, etc. We would certainly be happy to hear from you. Tonight and this weekend you will partying, and you should. Your family, friends, partners, and you deserve that. However, don't forget that you have committed today to lifelong learning, and sooner you continue, it better for you. Finally, enjoy the trip and let us know how it goes. Yes, we will monitor you, and we hope that it will be a great one. Congratulations, class of 2016.
The final award today, the GSBS Impact Award, is a new honor presented to an individual or group that has demonstrated outstanding leadership or scholarship and has brought distinction to the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. This year's honoree, Jel N. Lindgren, U.S. astronaut and spaceflight veteran. Obviously, it takes a tremendous amount of specialized training to become an astronaut. Dr. Lindgren began working as a flight surgeon at the Johnson Space Center in Houston after he had earned a BS from the U.S. Air Force Academy, a master's degree from Colorado State, and an MD from the University of Colorado. In 2009, 2 years after he earned a master's in public health from the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences here at UTMB, he was named to the Astronaut Corps, and then completed 2 more years of specialized training. In 2011-12, Dr. Lindgren was the CAPCON or spacecraft communicator during Expedition 30 to the International Space Station, and the next year he received the NASA Exceptional Achievement Medal. But the pinnacle of Dr. Lindgren's career, the fulfillment of his many years of education and training, came last July when he left the Earth above the Soyuz rocket Antares to travel to the International Space Station. For 4.5 months, Dr. Lindgren and his crewmates worked inside the space station, conducting research and completing scientific experiments. He also executed 2 spacewalks with 1-year mission crew member, Commander Scott Kelly. Dr. Lindgren returned to Earth on December 11th last year, and since then has come to UTMB several times to generously share his amazing experiences with us. This is clearly a remarkable individual who made an extraordinary journey, and that journey has brought distinction to all institutions that contribute to his preparation for it, including the graduate school here at UTMB. So we are proud to name Dr. Jel Lindgren recipient of this first ever GSBS Impact Award. I now invite you, Dr. Lindgren, to come and share a few words with us today, and congratulations.
Dean Niesel, President Callender, faculty, family members, and of course, most of all, graduates. I'm delighted to accept the Impact Award, especially here from the University of Texas Medical Branch. It has an altogether different context if I were to receive it from NASA after a space flight. So we have an impact at the end of the rocket launch, sorry. I have to explain that. It's a different crowd, all right. Thank you so much for this opportunity to speak with you all today. When we go through astronaut candidate training, right at the end of it, so that's about 2 years of training, to be qualified to fly, even be assigned to a mission, we have a week of media training, and that is to prepare us to talk with media and to give presentations. And the only lesson that I took from that is that giving a presentation, giving a talk, timing is everything, and that is the time that you give the presentation is everything, and that you should never stand between your audience and the weekend. And so I stand here today between you, not only between you and the weekend, but also between you and graduating. So I will make my comments brief. When I talk with kids about my mission to the International Space Station, I liken it to a journey. And I imagine myself at the beginning of my journey, when I first was inspired by this desire to become an astronaut and fly into low Earth orbit. And I imagine you all at some point early on in your lives standing on a path with your eyes fixed off on a distant goal, a destination, with a map in your hand drawn as best as you could on how to achieve that goal, how to make it to that destination. Now, you and I know, we all know that that journey that you're on is not an easy one. It's not a flat path. There are mountains and valleys in between you and your destination. But today, you have climbed to the top of one of those mountains. You have summited one of those peaks, and the view to your goal is so much clearer right now. And so I invite you to really enjoy this time on the top of this peak, looking forward, and just relishing the skills and knowledge that you have developed over these past few years during your climb, and how you're going to utilize those in your future challenges, in your future mountains, and those future valleys that lie ahead. Now, I'm happy to be here at UTMB today because this was really the launching point for my career at NASA. I'm especially excited to be here because I didn't get to attend my graduation. I was in Russia at the time, so this is neat to actually see how all this goes. But it's here that I trained for my job as a flight surgeon at Johnson Space Center, and it's from here, as a UTMB employed physician working at Johnson Space Center, that I was selected into the astronaut corps. So UTMB, the Aerospace Medicine Residency, the Department of Preventive Medicine and Community Health, and the graduate school were tremendous partners to me, walking alongside me during my journey. And I know that UTMB is the same partner to you. So enjoy your accomplishment today, celebrate with your family, and enjoy the view from this particular mountain, and take those skills and knowledge that you developed during your climb and apply them to your next mountain. I hope that your journey, even though that we have different goals and different destinations in mind, I hope that your journey is as extraordinary and fulfilling as mine has been. Good luck and Godspeed.
We'll now award degrees, and as we do so, our UTMB photographers will take pictures. These former photographs and candid pictures will be made available to the graduates and their families. Please see your commencement program for additional information. Now I'd like to invite Dr. Joan Nichols, the Associate Dean for Student Affairs, to the other lectern where she will read the names of the degree candidates.
Will the candidates for the degree Master of Public Health please stand?
Dr. Callender, these students have completed satisfactorily the prescribed curriculum, been certified by the graduate faculty, and are presented to you for the conferring of the degree Master of Public Health.
With the authority vested by the State of Texas and the University of Texas System Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Science, with all rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates please come forward as I call your name? Charles Brent Chesson. Existing vaccine schedules can be optimized to reduce doses and improve compliance. Brent's thesis reviewed the existing data on different meningococcal Group C vaccine schedules across age groups and makes recommendations for improving the coverage of protection against the pathogen for public health officials. After graduation, Charles plans to continue research into novel biomaterial-based strategies for cancer treatment and prevention. Congratulations, Charles. Lawrence Peness, Master of Public Health Program, John Proshaka Mentor. Lawrence's study looked at how mortality is influenced by where we live and the effects of geography and community on mortality in Texas. It finds that where people live is strongly linked to the risk of death, and that this effect varies according to which area of Texas is examined. After graduation, Lawrence will be working as a senior data analyst at the Kansas Health Institute in Topeka, Kansas. Esther Robbins. Esther's study compared reported health measures for Galveston County to Texas and the United States to see the most pressing health problems and their determinants of health, such as race, gender, age, education, and income. Cancer deaths as well, and access to cancer screening seem to be the greatest health problems in Galveston County. Esther will be receiving her MD degree next month and will be going on in residency at Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center. Congratulations, Esther. Shannon Ronka. Program evaluation is a crucial step in the success of community-based programs, as it allows stakeholders and community organizations to determine the success of their efforts and make changes where necessary to improve our community programs. Shannon's capstone focused on creating program evaluations for Seeding Galveston, a local nonprofit organization. Shannon has not yet decided which option she will pursue after graduation. Congratulations, Shannon. Karen Elizabeth Wynn. The research linking drug and alcohol use with the increased risk of sustaining a traumatic brain injury has been well established. There is some evidence suggesting that the inverse relationship exists, that sustaining a TBI increases the likelihood for developing a drug or alcohol abuse problem. Using the existing body of literature, we identified strategies for how treatment of substance abuse disorders could be modified to address the specific needs of individuals with TBI. After graduation, Karen will be working as a medical writer for Ethos Health Communications. Congratulations, Karen. Will the candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy please stand?
Dr. Callender, these students have completed satisfactorily the prescribed curriculum, been certified by the graduate faculty, and are presented to you for the conferring of the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
Candidates, I am pleased to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with all rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates please come forward as I call your name? Nora Albuquerque. Nora's project was to develop a mechanism for placental targeting of nanoparticles for therapy for fetal arrhythmias. Biodegradable nanoparticles loaded with digoxin prevented efflux of the drug. Further targeting folate receptors improved transplacental permeability of digoxin. After graduation, Nora will be taking a position as an assistant professor in the College of Pharmacy at King Saud University in Saudi Arabia. Congratulations, Nora. Syed Ali. Voltage-gated sodium or NAV channels in the brain are found in complex with multiple accessory proteins that form well-defined protein-protein interactions. The goal of Syed's project was to identify specific and potent compounds against the protein-protein interactions which target the interface of NAV channels as a new therapy to treat brain disorders. After graduation, Syed will work as a postdoctoral fellow at the Department of Pharmacology at Yale University in New Haven, Connecticut. Congratulations, Syed. Jeremy Bocelli. Rickettsia are obligate intracellular bacteria that induce autophagy and mTOR activation. Jeremy's project was to determine how autophagy promotes bacterial replication and regulates the inflammatory response in murine macrophages, including inflammasome-associated interleukin-1 beta. After graduating, Jeremy will be joining the Department of Immunology at Baylor College of Medicine. Congratulations, Jeremy. Andrew Stephen Beck. Aw. Yellow fever vaccines were developed in the early 20th century and are widely used today. Since virus population structure is complex, it was hypothesized that diversity profiles disease-causing strains would differ from those of vaccine strains. Andrew's research findings provide a model by which viral populations can be measured to ensure vaccine safety. After graduating, Andrew will be taking a postdoctoral fellowship at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention in Atlanta, Georgia. Congratulations, Andrew. Shanta Bell. Self-harm is a serious, chronic, and growing health problem. Increasing numbers of students who self-harm can cause school nurses to feel overwhelmed and frustrated. The goal of Shanta's study was to gain understanding of the experiences of school nurses dealing with adolescents who self-harm in middle and high school settings. After graduation, Shanta will continue working as a nurse educator. Congratulations, Shanta. Shantae. Dwayne Carter. Dwayne's project was focused on the physiological role of the aryl hydrocarbon receptor in the regulation of energy homeostasis in mice after hepatic loss of this receptor. Dwayne is currently working as a postdoctoral researcher at a biotech company called Organova in San Diego, California. Congratulations, Dwayne. Charles Brent Chesson. Brent investigated the immunogenicity of self-assembling peptide supermolecule structures. He found that peptide nanofibers can elicit strong cell-mediated immunity through surface conjugation of linear peptide epitopes. Given prophylactically, he designed a novel peptide vaccine platform that prevented tuberculosis infection. After graduation, Brent plans to continue research into novel biomaterial-based strategies for cancer treatment and prevention. Congratulations, Brent. Roberto Cieza. For his research project, Roberto evaluated the mechanism by which intestinal bacteria, specifically E. coli, can contribute to a chronic inflammatory bowel disease. He identified an E. coli surface protein that mediates its access to intestinal cells, therefore overcoming the physical barrier presented by the intestine, where gut inflammation can be triggered. After graduation, Roberto will be completing a postdoctoral fellowship at Uniformed Services University of the Health Sciences in Dr. Allison O'Brien's laboratory. Congratulations, Roberto. Audrey-Ann Colorado. Visceral leishmaniasis is a fatal vector-borne parasitic disease found in more than 90 countries. Audrey's dissertation focused on understanding the host CD4 positive T cell response at site-specific infection using a model of chronic disease. Audrey is currently working as a postdoctoral fellow here at UTMB and is working towards a career in clinical microbiology and clinical diagnostics. Congratulations, Audrey. Juan Antonio Conde. Juan's research focuses on mechanisms of translesion DNA synthesis, a DNA repair pathway responsible for maintaining the integrity of the genome. Lesions created by alkylation damage and tobacco smoke carcinogen were studied, and the polymerase responsible for bypassing the damage identified. This research will allow an understanding of how cells process environmental carcinogens and how TLS processes contribute to cancer risk. Juan plans on pursuing research related to carcinogenesis in the future. Congratulations, Juan. Kelly Christine Cowling. Kelly's research was a classical grounded theory exploration of the experience of food cravings in obese and formerly obese women. Kelly is currently working in Houston, Texas as a certified nurse and midwife. Congratulations, Kelly. Arjit Dutta. In Arjit's studies, he has characterized the role of mutagenic DNA double-strand break repair pathway called alternative end joining and conferring cancer radioresistance, and how a nanocanonical DNA repair protein, scaffold attachment protein, or SAF-A, coordinates hierarchical repair at radiation-induced clustered damages in the human genome to maintain genomic integrity. Arjit will continue his research as a postdoctoral fellow for a short period of time in his research lab. Julia Elise Garrison. Numerous neurodegenerative diseases present with the aggregation of tau protein into toxic structures known as tau oligomers. However, each disease has characteristic symptoms and pathophysiology. Therefore, Julia investigated the formation of diverse conformational strains of tau oligomers in human disease brains and found that they exhibit different characteristics in vitro and toxicity in vivo. Julia will stay in her current lab for the next 6 months, working as a postdoc, before moving on to another university. Congratulations, Julia. Pamela Gonzalez. Pamela's research used a Delphi methodology enlisting experts from medicine, nursing, occupational therapy, and physical therapy. Study findings revealed that essential elements encompassed under each phase of clinical reasoning, problem presentation, assessment, analysis, hypothesis, and evaluation phases. Content experts achieved consensus about the essential elements that defines the phase actions. Pamela is currently seeking employment teaching nursing in a university setting so she can continue to do both her research and teach, and hopefully in a BSN program. Congratulations, Pamela. Regina Hale. Using grounded classical theory, Regina explored the experience of mentoring from the perspective of the nurse protege. The substantive theory, mentoring up, emerged from the data, revealing confidencing as the participant's main concern. Mentoring up is a 5-phase process with reciprocal interactions between mentors and proteges. After graduation, Regina will be taking a position at Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas. Congratulations, Regina. Yaohua Hu. Yaohua's research is mainly focused on the metabolic roles of EPAC1 in adipose tissue. Knocking out adipose EPAC1 in mice results in obesity and severe metabolic syndromes, such as increased food intake, decreased energy expenditure, and plasma leptin levels. These findings demonstrate the potential role of EPAC1 to treat obesity. After graduation, Yaohua will begin working with Vital Corp in New Jersey. Congratulations, Yaohua. Deborah Kleisel. Deborah's study was designed to explore psychological resources of breast cancer survivors in order to determine those able to support or enhance length of survival. Deborah is planning on joining UTMB and becoming a member of the educational team. She also plans on doing survivorship research at a national level politically. Congratulations, Deborah. Van Ping Kong. Although Van Ping's mentor is Dr. Bruce Luxon, Dr. Niesel is hooding Van Ping today. Van Ping applied biomedical informatics to extract knowledge from genome, transcriptome, and clinical data. She utilized next-generation sequencing techniques to improve our understanding in infectious disease and addiction research. After graduation, Van Ping will be joining Two Sigma Solutions, a financial company in Houston, Texas. Congratulations, Van Ping. John Lachey. Ron's research goal of his study was to explore the bedside RN's perspective about patient safety to generate a substantive theory to help explain or describe patient safety from the point of view of bedside RNs, something that is missing from the current research literature regarding patient safety. After graduation, John will be joining the UTMB School of Nursing as assistant professor. Congratulations, John. Ernesto Lopez. Ernesto's goal was to study the role of arginine vasopressin receptor 2 during sepsis by conducting experiments with large animals as well as human endothelial cells. He showed that the blockage of this receptor is able to attenuate the microvascular hypopermeability associated with severe sepsis. Ernesto will be moving to postdoc position at UT Houston Memorial Hermann to work with Dr. Charles Wade at the Center for Translational Injury Research following graduation. He will also become adjunct faculty at the University of Monterrey in Mexico with the Department of Health Services. Congratulations, Ernesto. Alexander James McCauley. Alexander's research focused on the putative receptor binding domain of West Nile virus when this region was substituted for using equivalent region from related viruses. The resulting chimers demonstrated altered behavior in vitro and in vivo despite structurally stable assembly. After graduation, Alexander will be starting a postdoc position at the Australian Animal Health Lab in Geelong. Congratulations, Alexander. Amy Ann Mrazek. Chronic pancreatitis is a progressive disease involving cell death, inflammation, and scarring. There is no cure for chronic pancreatitis. Amy studied apigenin and apigenin-like compounds using pancreatic cell cultures and a mouse model of chronic pancreatitis. The compounds protected the pancreas during pancreatitis, supporting their continued development as a new therapeutic. Amy is currently completing her general surgery residency training here at UTMB. Congratulations, Amy. Melanie O'Connell. Colon cancer is the third most prevalent cancer in the United States. Melanie's project focused on cancer stem cells, which are believed to be resistant to conventional treatments, resulting in relapse of the disease. Targeting cancer stem cells may result in better outcomes for patients. Colon cancer stem cells express several stem cell markers, including DCLK1, which may be potential targets. After graduation, Melanie will be taking a position at McMurray University, in which she will be developing and maintaining a biotech degree program. Congratulations, Melanie. Lawrence John Paness. LJ's work examined life expectancy and mortality for Hispanics and non-Hispanics in the Southwest United States. LJ's work explored trends in life expectancy and mortality from 1990 to 2010, with an eye toward changing patterns of underlying cause of overall differences in mortality between Hispanics and non-Hispanics. After graduation, Lawrence will be working as a senior data analyst at Kansas State Institute in Topeka, Kansas. Congratulations, LJ. Shannon Ronca. Neurological complications are common long-term side effects of viral infections. For example, infection with Lassa virus can lead to permanent hearing loss in survivors, while infection with encephalitic alpha viruses can lead to changes in behavior. Shannon's project has focused on developing animal models to study each of these phenomena. Shannon has not yet decided what option she will pursue after graduation. Congratulations, Shannon. Judy Staley. In Judy's ethnography, all participants using hypnobirthing shared core cultural values and beliefs that influenced their choices. The participants in their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum helped them experience a sense of control and empowerment. They had the ability to transcend challenges in the environment and method. They felt strong connections with their babies and partners while transitioning into motherhood. After graduation, Judy plans to write, publish, and speak to disseminate the results of her ethnography research study on hypnobirthing. She wants to expand Staley health and wellness. Congratulations, Judy. Danielle Catherine Walker. Danielle's quasi-experimental study examined whether nursing students who participate in peer mentoring during their first clinical practicum experienced less anxiety than those in traditional clinical experience. Anxiety was measured using the standardized state trait anxiety index and the clinical experiences anxiety form. Data was analyzed using descriptive and non-parametric statistics. After graduation, Danielle is planning to join the faculty at Texas Christian University. Congratulations, Danielle. Monica Faye Watford. Monica's project sought to examine trends in persons with TBI over a 10-year period. It also looked to highlight possible racial ethnic differences in community discharge rates and 30-day readmissions in persons with TBI with the context of caretaker support. Monica has a postdoc appointment at Baylor Institute for Rehabilitation in Dallas. Congratulations, Monica. Rodney Lane Welsh. Rodney's dissertation work examined rehospitalization of patients following knee replacement. Rehospitalization following knee replacement is costly and under review by Medicare. Most patients with unilateral replacement discharged to home or community-based rehabilitation, while those receiving bilateral discharged to inpatient facilities. A majority of patients rehospitalized within 90 days were discharged to inpatient facilities with more comorbidity following the procedure. After graduation, Rodney will continue as an assistant professor here at UTMB School of Health Professions Occupational Therapy Program. Congratulations, Rodney. Karen Wynn. Traumatic brain injury, or TBI, results in cerebellar vascular dysfunction. The antioxidant nanoparticle dendrofluorine was examined as a potential therapy for TBI because of its strong antioxidant capabilities to prevent vascular dysfunction. The effects of DF1 on physiological, neuropathological, and behavioral outcomes was measured. These experiments determined that DF1 did not preserve vascular function, but it did result in improved performance in behavioral tests, as well as a preservation of neurons in the brain after TBI. After graduation, Karen will be working as a medical writer for Ethos Health Communications. Congratulations, Karen. Gori Shi. West Nile virus non-structural 4B P38G mutant strain is highly attenuated in mice. Gori's project shows that the mutant strain induces an adaptive immunity via toll-like receptors that are dependent on MYD88 and independent signaling pathways in mice. It also induces cell-intrinsic innate cytokine responses in human monocyte and macrophage cells. After graduation, Gori will be working as a postdoctoral fellow at Gladstone Institutes at the University of California in San Francisco. Congratulations, Gori. Russell Zients. Russell's project focused on independently living elders. Independently living elders knew their health and autonomy were linked. He identified that they used their personal resources to deal with their lives and health care so they could remain independent. He also evaluated outcomes of their partnerships with providers, deciding whether to sustain them, and decided that their experiences were shared among their support system. After graduation, Russell plans to seek employment teaching nursing in a university setting so he can continue his research. Congratulations, Russell. Will candidates for the degree Doctor of Philosophy please stand?
The following candidates work concurrently on the Doctor of Philosophy and the Doctor of Medicine degrees in our combined MD-PhD degree program. According to the rules of that program, the official date of the award of the Doctor of Philosophy degree concurs with the date the Doctor of Medicine degree is awarded. The School of Medicine graduation ceremony will be held in 2 weeks on Saturday, May 30th. Dr. Callender, these students have completed satisfactorily the prescribed curriculum, have been certified by the graduate faculty, and are presented to you for the conferring of the degree Doctor of Philosophy.
It's my great pleasure, candidates, to convey upon you the degree of Doctor of Philosophy with all rights, honors, and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will the candidates please come forward as I call your name? Alyssa Baker. Alyssa studied group 3 metabolic glutamate receptor agonists which potentiate morphine-induced inhibition of peripheral inflammatory pain, both in vitro and in vivo. Thus, much lower doses of morphine can be used to inhibit pain when paired with other agonists. Ideally, this combination may eventually be used in the clinic to allow use of lower doses of morphine, which minimizes side effects. After graduation, Alyssa will begin her medical residency. Congratulations, Alyssa. Eric Donald Carlson. Leishmaniasis is a disease that causes significant morbidity and mortality. The immune response against leishmania is incompletely understood, although neutrophils may play an important role in acute and chronic infection. Eric's work explored the role of neutrophils in parasite recognition and clearance using a mouse model of chronic cutaneous leishmaniasis. After graduation, Eric will be going into residency in pathology at the University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. Congratulations, Eric. Latham Henry Leeds Frank. Impulsivity, a multidimensional construct that includes rapid, premature, and inappropriately timed behaviors, complicates many neuropsychiatric conditions, such as substance abuse disorders. Latham's dissertation research utilized animal models to gain insights into the neurobiological nature and origins of impulsivity and its relationship to representations of time within the brain serotonin system. After graduation, Latham will be pursuing a medical residency in psychiatry at the Dell Medical School of the University of Texas at Austin. Congratulations, Latham.
Thank you, Dr. Nichols. At this time, I would like to ask Dr. Tracy Tolliver-Kinsky to come forward. She will lead the graduates in reciting the biomedical science oath for the first time.
Graduates, please stand and repeat after me. In accepting my doctoral or master's degree, I accept the following responsibilities. I will use my scientific expertise and skills to the benefit of all people. I have an obligation to honor the trust others have in my work. And to treat the work of other researchers with respect. I understand the scientific enterprise is built on a foundation of trust. And I will gather data, analyze data, and present ideas ethically and carefully. I will convey scientific principles in mentoring and in public debate. I understand that I have an obligation to act in ways that serve the public. And I will seek to increase their understanding of science. And publicly defend science and its principles. These things I promise. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. We're getting close to the end of our commencement ceremony today, but I want to invite everybody to join our graduates, their family, and guests at a reception in their honor immediately following this ceremony. Please join us in the Levin Hall foyer, which is located outside this auditorium. I'd like to thank the families and friends for helping us celebrate the accomplishments of our students. Many of you deserve special thanks for your emotional and financial support. It has been a pleasure observing these graduates progress as students. Each of them will be a credit to themselves, to UTMB, and to you. Finally, we'd like to remind the audience to remain seated until the faculty and graduates have left the auditorium. Dr. Callender, would you like to say a few closing words?
Thank you, Dr. Niesel. Graduates, please accept my sincere and heartfelt congratulations on behalf of all the rest of us at UTMB. It's a great day of celebration for all of us, and UTMB shares your pride of accomplishment and your hope for a very bright future. As you depart today and start the next chapter in your life, I encourage you to always do what you believe in and to always remember why you do it. Remember what is important to us here and let that guide you, and that is improving health, in our case for the people of Texas, but certainly that extends to people all around the world. Again, congratulations to each of you and best wishes for continued success throughout your lifetimes.
As per our tradition, I invite the audience to please stand and sing "The Eyes of Texas." Thank you, and please remain standing for the benediction.
May God's blessing follow you as you all journey forward into the future. May your hearts and lives always be full of love. May wisdom and compassion be your guide, and may hope be a light within you that will carry you into each new day. Amen.
Dr. Tolliver Kinski, the Mace Bearer, will lead us out of the hall. Dr. Tolliver Kinski.